the students. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we'll be completing this second chapter by doing the most important document. The last most important document is your prospectus. We did with the first document was Memorandum of Association. Second was your Articles of Association. And now we come to the last document, that is prospectus. The word is not new. You're already aware of this word. Prospectus. We did this word with at the time of the third stage in the formation of company, that is your capital subscription stage. If you remember the second point in the capital subscription stage, issue of prospectus or statement in lieu of prospectus. ये prospectus कुछ भी नहीं है, एक डॉक्यूमेंट है जिसके द्वारा आप जनरल पब्लिक को इनवाइट कर सकते हैं कंपनी के शेयर सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए. And as I already told you, the public company is inviting the general public to subscribe its shares. So a public company has to issue this document known as prospectus. If the public company raises the funds through private sources, still then in that condition also they are going to issue the statement in lieu of prospectus. Only there is a change in name. Statement in lieu of prospectus, and has to file the respective document with the registrar. So let's see the definition of prospectus. Prospectus is any document which includes any notice, circular, advertisement or other documents that invites deposits or offers from public for subscription or purchase of shares or debentures of body corporate. है क्या? ये एक तरीके का invitation है. किसने invitation दिया है? This invitation is on behalf of the company. And this invitation is basically to the general public to subscribe its shares and debentures. These three features you can see. It is an invitation to the public at large. The invitation is made by or on behalf of the company, and the invitation must be to subscribe to or purchase its shares or debentures. So this is the third important document issued by the public company, prospectus. Now we come to the last topic, that is the factors affecting choice of form of business enterprises. We saw the 5 forms of business enterprises. Number 1 was your sole proprietorship. Number 2 was your partnership. Number 3 was your joint Hindu family. Number 4 was your cooperative society. And last one was your joint stock company. Now, looking at these various factors, we can make a choice that which form of organization is the best fit if we take these factors into consideration. First, nature of business. अगर business में personal attention की ज़रूरत है, preferable form is your sole proprietorship or partnership. If no such personal attention is needed or the business has to be carried on a very large scale, in that case, company form of organization is more suitable. Number 2 is your capital consideration. अगर small scale पर business करना है, छोटी amount of fund, with very little amount of funds you are in a position to carry your business, then the most preferable is your sole proprietorship. But if you want huge capital investment in the business, then the preferable form is your joint stock company, where large number of shareholders, especially in the case of public company, where unlimited number of members can join together and contribute huge funds, then joint stock company is the most preferable form of organization. Third is your degree of control. If you don't want to share your controlling rights, डायरेक्ट कंट्रोल आप खुद का चाहते हैं, कोई इंटरफेरेंस नहीं चाहते हैं, द मोस्ट प्रेफरेबल फॉर्म इज योर सोल प्रोप्राइटरशिप. इफ यू आर रेडी टू शेयर योर कंट्रोलिंग राइट्स, दैट मीन्स इन केस ऑफ पार्टनरशिप ऑल्सो लार्ज नंबर ऑफ पार्टनर्स दे शेयर द कंट्रोलिंग पावर्स. कंपनी अगेन द कंट्रोलिंग राइट्स are in the hands of board of directors. In that case, if you are ready to dilute your control, then company form of organization is the most preferable. Legal formalities. If minimum legal formalities are wanted, that means you are at your wish to start the business, you are at your wish to dissolve. That is, if we say where minimum legal formalities are required, sole proprietorship form of business is the most preferable, and if the person is ready to undertake the complex legal formalities as they are needed in the case of joint stock company, maximum legal formalities, then in that case the company form is suitable. Next is your liability. As in the case of sole proprietorship and partnership, we know that liability of sole proprietor is unlimited. In case of partnership, the liability of partners is unlimited. So if a person is ready to take the unlimited liability, that means they are ready to use their personal assets for paying the business debt, then the preferable is your sole proprietorship partnership. But if the liability, if we talk from the point of view of limited liability, company form of organization where the liability of shareholders is limited, that means the personal property of shareholders will not be used for the payment of business debt, then in that case the joint stock company is the most preferable. So if we talk from the point of view of liability, the most preferable form of organization is your joint stock company. Management ability. If we look at this point, management ability, we know that in the case of joint stock company, the management lies in the hands of professional experts, and these professional experts are no one but the board of directors of the company. So if we look from the point of view of management ability, the most preferable advantageous form of business organization is your joint stock company. कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी में हमने देखा कि किसके हाथ में रहता है मैनेजमेंट, द मैनेजिंग कमेटी, और मैनेजिंग कमेटी के मेंबर्स हैं कौन? सारे इनएक्सपीरियंस मेंबर्स हैं, क्योंकि कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी के पास फंड्स अवेलेबल नहीं है प्रोफेशनल एक्सपर्ट्स को हायर करने के लिए. Next is your flexibility of operation. If you look from the point of view of flexibility, the preferable form is your sole proprietorship. Definitely, they are flexible in their working, in their operations. But if you see the cooperative society, since they are getting lot of exemptions from the government, lot of support, concessions in the matter of tax from the government, so definitely their flexibility is somewhere or the other interrupted. Again, in the case of company, also the same scenario. So the most preferable form of organization from the flexibility point of view is your sole proprietorship. And continuity, if we see from the point of view of continuity, then in that case, if we see the death, insolvency, the lunacy, the bankruptcy of any member in the case of sole proprietorship would definitely affect the continuity of business. But if you have already seen in cooperative society and company, coming and going of any member will not affect the continuity of business. They have perpetual succession. So if you look from the point of view of continuity, the most preferable form is your cooperative society and company. So these are few factors which have to be kept into mind before deciding the form of business organization. Thank you. That's all for today in this video. If you have any queries, please comment.